All right, final answer. Final answer for now from our professional Japanese logger friend, the manager of several logging teams. We get his well-considered reaction to these structures and forest manipulations. Manipulations by hands with 4 fingers and a 5th opposable digit. And this beauty. Well, first of all, we must say thank you to this logger. We really appreciate and value his experience and knowledge and his opinion. His opinion has extra weight, obviously, on account of his profession and time spent in the forest, miles traveled, and extra weight because he does not believe in the existence of the hibagon, the Japanese Bigfoot. So he's in a position similar to that of a hostile witness. You see, critics could say of me, they could criticize me for being too quick to pin things on the hibagon. Kyle just sees hibagon under every fallen leaf and behind every twig in the forest, and Kyle probably sees hibagon in his French toast. But not this man. Not this man. He thinks hibagon is fiction. He's like our primatologist that we consulted on these cadaver photos. He had to agree that it's a real cadaver, had to agree that it's a primate of some kind, unknown, undiscovered primate. Now, he too denies the hibagon hypothesis, so he had to resort to a theory of some kind of freak mutation. Somehow, a freak mutation of some thing, some animal which would be an unknown, undiscovered primate that mutated freakishly. So that road didn't get him very far. The freak mutation road. It's a circle. And we have to thank our friend, and he's becoming a channel regular, isn't he, Ryoichi, our go-between, for making this communication possible. Now, we were upfront with the logger. Ryoichi told him that his strange foreigner friend, his old Northern Ontario varmint hunter friend, believes that he is on the trail of the hibagon. Sometimes a cooler trail, sometimes a warmer trail. Now, the logger's reaction to this was,
You serious?
yes. Well, Ryoichi assured him that we are serious, very serious, and the logger agreed to look at what we found on this hillside, this single hillside on the border of our lost and forgotten, unknown and undiscovered colossal megalithic solar calendar on Mount Hiba. The logger was not able to give a quick answer. He asked for a week. The week went by, and then he asked for another week. In those 2 weeks, he shared our photos and video with logger friends of his. I don't know how many, but he shared them around. To our first question, our logger says that all of this is very strange. Not the activity of humans. Humans didn't do this. He doesn't know what could have done this, what could have stabbed this considerable log into the earth here, what could have collected these logs upright here, what could have woven this tree sideways through here so it just floats horizontally like that, what could have uprooted, turned upside down, and rammed back into the earth this tree, this upside down tree. The logger and his colleagues are totally at a loss. But they agree no humans did this. About the steel cable and timber structure at the top of the hill on the edge of the cliff, he specifically said, "It looks like it's not made by any human." Noting, as we have noted already, the absence of human techniques and human tools and human materials, except the steel cable, and the absence of human sensibility and human efficiency and human economy and human purpose. The logger said, "We would never do anything like this." He repeatedly used the adjectives incredible and brutal. Brutal. Brute. He's halfway there, isn't he? Our logger may be on the brink of a revelation. Now, to the second question, he says he's never seen anything strange like this in the woods, and he's never really seen anything strange.
You serious?
Well, please consider, he just hasn't been looking. This is a practical man and a leader of men, responsible for getting jobs done and responsible for getting his people not all squashed and maimed and sawn in half. He's a focused man, focused on the work, focused on his team and their safety, who, because of his purposes and priorities and the pitch of his mind, without disrespect, he has truly not been seeing the forest for the trees. He has not been seeing the forest for the trees. Now, that's his job, actually. He's paid not to go wandering off in the forest dreamily. That, for him, that would be a dereliction of duty. Wandering dreamily around in the forest, that's my duty. That's my department, but not his. We're kind of opposites. So we get that, and this is no criticism of him. But it is an interesting comment on human psychology that he can spend all his time out in the forest and not see anything strange. And it's a comment on Hebegon psychology. And remember, our logger friend doesn't believe in the Hebegon, which puts him in a bit of a quandary now, as he himself has ruled out human causation here. And everything else, every other conceivable causation, animals, weather events, termites, and whatever. So he's got his back to it now. Ryoichi and I are hoping that from now on, he will see the strange things that are in the forest. We hope that these things will get under his collar and make him a little uncomfortable. And maybe he'll come back and maybe he'd like to know more about our proposition. We hope that he will share his own discoveries with us, become an ally, maybe even join Team Hebegon. Team Hebegon's long, hairy arms are wide open to him. Anyway, thank you again to this gentleman for his time and effort. He, in the end, he took this seriously. He's serious. So thank you, sir. And may this be the beginning of a beautiful friendship. Next up, I'm sorry it's not in this video, as advertised. False advertising. Next up is a wonderful mailbag segment. Delayed. We don't have it today. It's delayed by the receipt of an actual letter I got yesterday, a 3-page letter from somebody in my spreading network of civilian intelligence agents, volunteer citizen spies in the service of Team Hebegon. This very dear lady found out something that is going on up there. Please wait for it. Please stay tuned. It's big. It's big, and I have to study it more before I present it. And then we return to Bingo Akasaka. That was supposed to be this video, but the logger came back with his answer, and then this mail is piling up. So we'll do an all mailbag video next with the letter from our lady spy friend. A wonderful comment sent to us that I think moves the ball a few yards in the right direction, I hope. And we read a bit from our neighbor's mailbox. I go across the street and steal a letter and take it back to Team Hebegon Treehouse headquarters, and we steam it open and see what's inside. Something like that. Information and videos are just piling up behind me now, making a big old mess here, and I'm trying to work through them. We'll get through them. Okay. Did you say you're having a super week? That's good. I hope it turns into a super duper week. And I love you. Bye-bye.